Is Marikana 2.0 upon us? Well, the winds of change are saying we are a country that has the habit of repeating history. And because some people have taken their conscience and stepped on it, possibly we might be foreseeing Marikana 2.0. Because some people have experience in this. They just make an order or send an email, and boom, South Africans, owners of this country, are now 6 feet under. And then you're going to have political parties that are going to take opportunistic opportunity to embody those people and campaign, win elections, etc., and so on. We have a government that does not care, and I've been saying this for eons of years. Since when I was on X, back then it was Twitter. I said, South African government hates us. And then you people were so excited, not all of us, not all of you, were so excited about Cyril Ramaphosa, CR17, and I said, you want to make president a person with a silver tongue, a fork tongue. This man will sweet talk his way through terms and still would not have delivered a single thing from their manifesto, being the ANC. Because this is an ANC government. Not a single thing he would have delivered after his first term. And if you bring him back for second term, he will still sweet talk his way through that term and still not deliver a thing. You know why? He hates South Africans. Not just him. Now we are beginning to see that his entire political party, the ANC, hates South Africans. So I did see the invitation to the union buildings, and I looked at it and I said, I am not going to go waste my intelligence in a meeting that is going to tell us what they are going to do to us. A meeting that is not going to offer solutions, a meeting that is not going to at least put us at ease as South Africans, because that meeting would have guaranteed the attendees that on this certain date, South Africans, we promise you, the matter of illegal foreigners would have been dealt with. We would tell them to go home. They would have taken over the 30th of June and owned it as government and said, okay, we would like to push the date a little bit further, probably to October, so that we give them time to wind down whatever it is that they have built in South Africa. No. So the people that I speak with that were in that meeting yesterday with the security cluster, they were livid. They were so angry. And I said to one of them that told me the previous day, hey, did you get the invitation? Hey, we all need to go there and voice our voices and all that. I was like, you're going there to blow hot air. You are going to be addressed by a government that hates you. Why you want to torture yourself like that? I refuse to get myself tortured. And I definitely refuse to be made like I'm not right up here in the head. I said, ain't coming. And I'm not surprised that everybody that went there are angry. They came back with nothing. Oh, actually, they did come back with something. They came back with subtitles. Like, if you take to the streets on the 30th of June, the army will be unleashed. Going back to Marikana 2.0, as I've mentioned earlier, is that where we are headed? And I'm saying yes. Now, after the meeting of the security cluster with South Africans, Funny enough, they had all kinds of South Africans, which is good because, balance the scale type of situation. You can imagine what the EFF said there. You can imagine what the NGOs said there, all with government, by the way. EFF went there to tell the government, document them. Document them. Because they know documenting illegal foreigners, it's them staying where they are in parliament, legislatures, and council houses. They know that. And on top of that, they still be able to exploit them for cheap labor. And so right now, since I woke up this morning, people are posting videos as if they know they are going to die. You know that type of talk? Almost like speaking to their children and telling their children, I did all that I could. Please don't come and spit on my grave and ask me questions. What did I do for you to suffer the way you are? They're making those kind of videos. I've been crying the entire morning. The things that this government is subjecting South Africans into. They are now making final wills and testimonies. They are telling their children things that no young person should even be having that conversation. When a person knows that these are their final days, they are probably dying from a chronic illness. They tie loose ends, and then the family comes over, and then they tell so-and-so, be good, listen to your mom, da-da-da-da. That's what South Africans, they are doing right now. You know why they're doing this right now? Because they know that Marikana, once upon a time, happened. And the same person that is accused of Marikana is now the head of this government. What will stop him doing it en masse? What's going to stop him? This is sad. The law must only apply to South Africans. Cyril Ramaphosa and his intelligence, they know exactly where to go to get all of this done. They know where to go to. Point Road, Hillbrow, Berea, Yeoville, Belleville, Bloemfontein as a whole, everywhere in South Africa. They know. They know. And they come and say, oh, we've done 60% deportation, but none of those deportees are Nigerians. I will never take Home Affairs deportation without me seeing a plane full of Nigerians being deported back to Nigeria. I will never take that deportation serious. And you have to ask yourself this question, why are they protecting them? Oh, I know I'm asking a stupid question, but I'm just letting them know that we know. Once upon a time, a minister of intelligence, he used to have pillow talks with his wife, who was a drug dealer. Minister of Intelligence. So we know why Nigerians are untouchable when it comes to this government. You cannot fool us. So Marikana 2.0, definitely. On the 30th of June, definitely. Now, the thing is, soldiers are soldiers. They take orders. They are robots to the commander. They are South Africans. They know very well what's going on. They come from these communities that are affected by the things that South Africans are crying about. But there's nothing they can do. They take orders. And other videos that I'm seeing are videos of South Africans teaching each other how to protect themselves from tear gas, how to also disguise their faces as if they are Muslim ladies type of situation for the 30th. I even heard somebody, I'm not going to mention where, saying, hey, in my community, there are police collecting tires and they are burning them. That part made me laugh. I'm like, what is that? As I'm telling you right now, police are collecting tires at spare parts, those makeshift spare parts in townships. Yeah, you always have like heaps and heaps and heaps of old tires. Yeah, the police are asking for them and they are which is proactive, I must say. It's pretty proactive because they know South Africans. Police know South Africans. Maybe the government itself, it knows South Africans. And the part that I also feel it's quite interesting is that the government have forgot. In fact, they most of them grew up in apartheid. They witnessed 16 June 1976. For some reason, because they are so detached and out of touch with reality of South Africans, they've forgotten that South Africans are not afraid of death. I know no South African that is afraid of death. I know not one, especially when they have to die for something they believe in, and that is South Africa. So those soldiers of Marikana 2.0, South Africans are not afraid of it. Zobes pickle peak. Anyways, I don't want to make this video too long. I just came to ask, are we seeing Marikana 2.0? And because we're in a country that loves for history to repeat itself, I say yes, that's where we're at. And South Africans know this, and that is why they're making videos for their children, telling their children, I died because I wanted you to have a better future than me. I get Asaz. Congratulations to the illegal foreigners. Our government loves you guys. They are going to do everything in their power to protect you. But one thing you must also understand about South Africans, they don't want you in their communities. So get loved by the government in their suburbs. In fact, I would say go to their suburbs. That's where you will find protection, by the way. Go to the South Africans that are speaking on your behalf. They live in suburbs. Go to those suburbs. They have cottages. They got big yards. You can set up camp there. They'll protect you. But the rest of South Africans, they don't want you in their communities. They don't. Sir Ramaphosa can unleash the army all he wants. One thing he will not be able to do is force South Africans to accept you in their communities. That's not going to happen. But congratulations, though. I wish I could say we envy you, but no, this bunch, we're just waiting for 2026 local government elections to remove them at grassroots and suppress them if they try to campaign for 2029. By suppressing, I mean, we're not going to listen to them. So it's bakazimyango to add their faces to send a message that 2029, we are not voting for you. And I think what I said in my yesterday's video about independent candidates, let's make it a thing. Do not let a political party dominate council houses after the 4th of November 2020. Let it be filled with independent candidates. An independent candidate must come out as a mayor. Independent candidates must come out as MMCs. Independent candidates must occupy boards of directorship of respective municipalities. No political party. I hope you guys, you are paying attention. They hate us. They loathe South Africans. We are only good for one thing to them. One thing is to sit them through our votes. We are only good for voting. Remember I told you how the education system was designed to create voting cows? That's what they are exercising. Everything else is insignificant to them when it comes to us. But voting, that's what you need to do. I leave this video here. Like I said, I don't want to make it too long. I guess we'll see each other a little bit later. Goodbye, fellow South Africans. Whatever you do, take care of yourselves. Just take care of yourselves. And I appreciate the videos that you are posting for your children and your grandchildren. They are sad, but I guess they have to be done. If you hid money somewhere, let your kids know where the money, they'll find it, okay? That money that's going to take care of them when you are gone. Taken out by Marikana 2.0. Please defend this country with everything you've got. Goodbye.